The 60-degree triangle from Easy Quilting is another great tool when you're cutting triangles. The ruler has a lot of neat features on it that I want to make sure you're aware of. For each different size that we're going to cut can range from a 1-inch finished height up to a 5-inch finished height, all using the same ruler. We'll cut a different width of strip to cut each different size, but then use the same tool to line up and cut the triangles. As you can see here, for a 1.5-inch cut, we're going to be lining up with this line, and that will give us a 1-inch finished triangle, which is what the dotted line here shows. Same thing with a 4.5-inch triangle. Same thing with a 4-inch triangle. You'll cut a 4.5-inch strip of fabric, which already includes your seam allowances, and then it will finish with a 4-inch height, as shown by the triangle here. With the equilateral triangle, all 3 sides are going to be the same, and the height is what we're measuring. So our 4-inch finished height is from this top tip of the triangle down to the bottom. There are cutting instructions included with the triangle, but we're going to go ahead and show you how easy it is to cut with this 60-degree triangle by Easy Quilting. I've already pre-cut 2.5-inch wide strips, and the first thing that we're going to do is to establish our 60-degree angle on one end. By lining up any of the ruler lines here and here, we can then trim off this edge and pull it away, and that gives us a 60-degree angle to start with. Next, we're going to flip this strip around. I'm a right-handed cutter, so I want to make sure that I'm cutting on the right side to ensure proper and safe cutting. We're going to line the tip of the ruler, which is blunt, up against the edge of the fabric. And again, making sure that this black 2.5-inch cut line is right along the other edge of the fabric strip. We'll make our cut and pull it away to make sure everything's been cut. Next, we'll flip the ruler over. We're going to make sure that our cut edge line's here. Our 2.5-inch cut line is here across the bottom, and our tip is blunt. I like to position a couple fingers on the mat and a couple of fingers on the grid to help hold it in place while I'm doing the cut. Then pull our fabric away, and we're going to continue by flipping our ruler up and down for each cut. This really allows us to save fabric. Lining up those placement lines again. And we can continue cutting down the strip, making sure we've positioned our alignment lines, edge of fabric, 2.5-inch cut line, blunt tip, and cut. And as we continue cutting, we're creating perfect 60-degree triangles. Another neat feature of this ruler is that you can use the blunt tip to trim the dog ears off the triangles before you sew. By positioning the cut edges on both sides, we can come along here and just nip that little tip off. And that way, while you're sewing, you don't have to worry about those dog ears. And then that gives us 3 corners that all have their tips removed. There are lots of neat projects that you can make with triangles. I have some other triangles that I've already cut. One of the most popular is to do a hexagon pattern. Where we're going to take 6 triangles and position them towards our center of our hexagon using a different color fabric expand around. Then we can fill back in with other colors. All sorts of possibilities with triangles. There are lots of possible patterns available for you to make with a 60-degree triangle. What I have found by using the Equilateral 60-degree triangle ruler from Easy Quilting is that I can quickly and accurately cut 60-degree triangles. I hope you have as much fun with this ruler as I did, and it's definitely one that I'm going to add to my quilting toolbox.